I do believe that we now have YoshiChief ready. So, Yoshi,
Hello.
take it away.
Hello! Hello, everybody. I'm YoshiChief, and I like to speedrun and do randomizers and other stuff. So this is Resident Evil HD Remaster, first released on the GameCube in 2002, and later re-released on modern platforms in 2011. And I'm playing the PC version today, using the door skip mod, which means all of the doors that we all know and love will be skipped for faster times. And this is probably one of my favorite games ever, if not the favorite game ever, and it's great. No doors allowed, exactly. I guess so now we're definitely doing 100%, which is great, and I'm gonna be giving you a little surprise bonus for that because I love you all. So I guess I can go ahead and begin if that's all good.
Are you able to stream through Discord so I don't have the delay? If not, then it's okay. I'll just deal with it.
I'm streaming as instructed.
Okay, all right, no worries.
Cool. All right. So so the timer will start as soon as the first cutscene plays. So I'll just make sure I get you in. So the top option is normal difficulty. That's what we're going to be doing it on. And I'm going to be choosing the BSAA costume for today, because why not? Jill's good. So, in 3, 2, 1, go! So there's going to be a lot to explain, so I'll do as best I can. First, we're going to unequip the gun and do the cold feet route, which is basically a way to skip all these opening cutscenes a little bit faster without having to go into the near door. And while we do that, we're going to pick up the emblem, because we're going to be using that for later. Thank you for all the good lucks in the chat. It's much appreciated.
I do want to say, by the way, thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yep. I was going to say, one of the first things I'm going to show is stair skating, which means you can go up the stairs and down the stairs really fast. Go ahead, Oasis.
I was going to say thank you to everyone who donated for the incentive to make this 100% run possible.
Hell yeah, that means Barry gets to serve more sandwiches and Chris gets to punch more boulders, which is great. So, the three main things which are prevalent in a Resident Evil speedrun are tight movement, inventory management, good inventory management, and RNG, which this game has plenty of RNG of with the zombies, which I'll demonstrate to you now. So zombies will either sleep like this. I'll explain what sleeping is in a second. What I want them to do is lunge like this. Good. So zombies will do one of three things when you get up and close to them. They'll either lunge at you once, which is what you want most of the time, so that you can then go back and dodge out the way. They will double lunge sometimes, in which after the animation of the first lunge ends, another one immediately begins. Not ideal, but can be manageable. And then the third one, the worst one, is when they sleep, where they will not lunge at you at all and will just continue running in the direction they are. That's really bad because you kind of want them to lunge so that you can get past them. That can happen a few times, and that ruins world record runs a lot. But we're not going to be going for that, because there are a few strats in place. I've got to basically make this run nice and smooth. So this is the sword key. This is the first key we're picking up. Despite Jill being the master of unlocking, she still needs a bunch of keys. This is first zombie we went past. We're going to have to try and dodge on the camera angle, and nope. That's fine though. That's fine. It's kind of random where the zombie will be in that camera change, so don't worry. As long as my health is above red caution, I'll still run rather at the faster speed. So we don't have to. I will be on the yellow caution now, but I'm gonna be picking up a health item soon. So because I love you guys for donating all that money to help get 100%, I'm going to do something a little bit special for you, because people have been wanting Jill's sandwich in the chat, and Jill's sandwich you'll get. The first are going to be picking up not just the chemicals, but also a little batch of herbs because we got bit. I don't really want to get bit again and then hold on to my hips to slow down speed, so I'm just going to have that up as safety. And we're going to be making our divergence, so you never get the shotgun during this run, but we'll just be doing that.
I do notice you're playing the Japanese version.
It's the language is actually simplified Chinese. It used to be Japanese until they released a patch to put in the Chinese language. But let's just be silent for a moment as we marvel at Barry.
Indeed.
Barry.
That was a close one. A second late, you would have fit nicely into a sandwich.
Really? Thanks.
Hey, there you go.
For those who don't know, in the classic version, the line was literally, "You were almost a Jill sandwich."
Exactly. He said it. He said the thing. I love you guys. You're great. So I'm gonna put the shotgun away because I don't actually need it, but it's a good backup weapon to have for the later parts of the game. So I'm never gonna say no. Whoop! There's
Also,
another zombie you have to dodge right in the corner.
Don't need that knife either. The knives in Resident Evil tend to not be very good.
Yeah, like unless you're playing Code Veronica or 4 actually is also a good one with a
7
knife.
is also pretty good. Which
7's pretty good. Yeah, most of the time you don't need it.
It really disappointed me when they nerfed the knife for Village.
Ooh, well, they did, but you can actually do a strat where if you keep blocking with the knife. Oh, by the way, Barry gives you a nice little acid rounds for doing the Jill sandwich cutscene, so that's good. I'll be keeping that for later.
Do we have time for a quick donation?
You do. I'm gonna be shooting some dogs.
All right. Oh, but we want to pet the dogs. Oh well. Anyway,
not this time.
We have a $40 donation from Adalor. Thank you very much. Which says, "Good morning, Fastest Furs. Been a great event so far. It's been wonderful to see such a turnout for a good cause that hits very close to home for me personally. Keep up the good work, everyone. Heart." And as someone who also is affected by this cause, I 100% agree.
Absolutely, I am on the spectrum myself, so that's why I love this show. It's all good. So I did get bit in the back by a dog, so I'm just going to be ultra safe here and just use this herb. So to explain what just happened, that part with the dogs is where a lot of runners reset. This is like the first major reset point because you want to be able to quick shoot with the hanger, which unfortunately I've not been able to do once. I don't know why. I usually get the timing down pretty good. Ideally, you want to kill the dog with the collar without him jumping at you. Unfortunately, the dog did jump at me, but I had a defense item to finish him off, so it's all good. And now I have got the armor key. And if you thought that the number 1 reset point was bad enough, we're gonna go on to the second worst reset point, the murder hall, because there are now 3 zombies in that hallway, including a Crimson Head, which we're gonna all try and dodge. Nice, nice, good.
Man, I wish I could go downstairs that fast.
One more. Wow! So, you know when I mentioned zombie sleeping? Yeah, that was a sleeping zombie. It just would not go and lunge me, which was... Ooh. Oh, I hated that. But thankfully...
At least you had a defense item.
Exactly. I had a defense item, which I did pick up thanks to the Jill sandwich cutscene as well. So it was all proving to be very beneficial in the end. So now we have Forest. Oh my god. Oh right, yeah, the Barry isn't here. So a lot of things change if you go through that cutscene. Barry is normally supposed to be here in the normal speedrun and just gives you the grenade launcher right away, but in this case, you have to pick it up yourself. It's not too bad. It's only about a second loss. Now we have to go save Richard. Now, in this speed run, it's beneficial to save Richard, even though really you don't get anything from it. It's just that you normally have to wait 5 minutes for Richard to die, and we don't have time for waiting. So we might as well.
Go fast.
Exactly. So we might as well save him. So while we're doing that, we're going to go to the save room and do what should normally be the first item bank. Getting rid of the pistol, the knife, which we've already done that, and the sword key. I'm also going to be putting away the acid rounds that I picked up from Barry because we won't need those for a little while. So, pistol, sword key, and yep, there we go. All banked, and we get the serum for Richard in the same room as well. There's a zombie in the camera angle, check where he is, then go. Zombies can appear in slightly different places each time. Ever so slightly, so you always have to check camera angles, just in case. Gone in that room just to pick up an extra battery pack for defense items, because they are very effective in knocking the zombie down. Not necessarily killing them with one, but it's good to knock them down, so you can just run past. Now, this is where you use the chemical. Always mash the A button here so that it automatically goes to red. Red is what kills the plant. And you know what? I'm actually going to pick up one of these. Because I'm nervous, so I'm just going to pick up an extra health item. So the first major objective of this area is to pick up the 4 different death masks around so that you can unlock that crypt, which we've seen very briefly early on in the run, to get the Elden Crimson Head so that we can get out of Mansion 1. We've just got the first death mask now. We're going to be getting the other 3. Now we've got what we need. We can go straight back to Richard and save him with the serum. Do a little bit more stair skating. Go on.
So aside from obviously saving Chris, saving Barry, what changes between any percent and 100%?
The last boss is the other major change. You always get to fight Tyrant once in the lab. And if you do 100%, then you get to fight him again at the helipad, and we have to kill him with a rocket launcher, which is definitely necessary, because you can't have a Resident Evil game without a rocket launcher, except for 7 for some reason. Move, thank you. Oh, wow, that was good. That was a really good room. Normally I have to use a defense item there, but they were playing very nicely today. That is excellent.
Well, that makes up for the fact that you had to use one earlier.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Whenever you're doing a run like this, unless you're going for world record pace, it's usually a good idea to have a couple of defense items stacked because of... We've seen it earlier where zombies can just sleep and just refuse to grab you. Then it probably is just beneficial just to run into them so that you take the grab and get them out of the way. So let's try you. Come on. Oh, second try. Good. Oh, and he double lunged as well. Naughty boy. Don't try and double lunge on me. So we get to play the Moonlight Sonata, but you're only going to hear the A flat, unfortunately. So get ready to listen to that A flat. What a nice A flat. Then we pick up the gold emblem, and that first emblem pickup we did at the very start. That's where you use it. G sharp, no! I don't. Why are you calling it G sharp? That's not how you say it. That's just me being pedantic, don't worry. So always run into the wall there, that way that zombie will always miss. So I mentioned good menuing. Good menuing is very important in this next puzzle thing coming up. You don't want to select the wrong option, otherwise you basically waste about 5 seconds getting back to the right option. You need to set the clock to 6 o'clock. So you do that by saying yes, then the second option, then the first one. Do that twice, and then the third one say no, and then there you go.
I love that chat is just having an argument about what the Moonlight Sonata is actually in.
we have a few seconds until we face Yawn. So, are there any donations you'd like to read out?
Not presently, but I do want to
Okay.
remind people that there is 2 incentives that we have going on. We have the glitch exhibition for Ori and the Blind Forest, which is at $120 out of $500, and then we have the bonus game 2, which is McDonald's Treasureland Adventure, which has a $500 price point and has nothing added to it so far. So if any of you want to see any either of those 2 incentives get met, please make sure you give. Oh, hi, Yawn.
Hi, Yawn. So hold down here. Up at the camera angle change. Grab the mask. Go down. Wait. Then go. And that's Yawn. If you do get bit by him, then you basically have to waste like another 5 to 10 minutes just getting yourself a cure of the serum. We don't want that. I would actually, in a proper run, I would reset if I ever get bit by Yawn, but thankfully, not today. Right. Camera angle change. Dodge the zombie.
Oh wait,
There's quite a few
that wasn't Yawn. It was actually Sarth.
Yeah. Sarth.
Sarth the
I'm not
Snake.
familiar with Sarth.
Sarth the
You
Snake.
have to Sarth the Snake.
Yes. He's one of our volunteers. One of our
Oh, I
leadership,
see.
council
Okay,
people.
I get
Yes.
you. I get
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we're gonna be seeing him again a little bit later on. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to kill him. So sorry.
I hope he's okay with that.
Gonna be
He's gonna
getting
have to
some
be.
acid rounds in his face. So yeah. That's a bit later though. So that's the 3rd death mask. We're gonna be needing 1 more. Again, go to the wall so that the zombie will miss. So we have to actually go back to the save room. Ooh. Wow, that actually was the one time that a sleeping zombie actually benefited me. So you need to pick up the flame rounds here. Flame rounds are super duper 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 important because you're going to need them for not just the Elder Crimson Head, but also Plant 42 coming up. So, next puzzle. Change this painting to orange. Then, in the other side, change this painting to green. And then this one to purple. And then open the door. And then spin right round. And then go on through. So I have to use this health so that I can... Go on.
I can't help but notice you are not using the tank controls.
So actually, I was actually supposed to mention, because a question does come up quite a lot. What control system is best? Is the alternate or tank controls? My answer is yes. You're supposed to use both at the same time. If you let the controls be the alternate controls, the control stick is used for the alternate controls, and the D-pad is used for tank. In order to do the stair skating thing, you actually have to use tank controls in order to go up and down them. So,
Good to know.
in fact, every room that you enter, you might have to switch your thumb round from the thumb pad to the D-pad, depending on what movement is required. So if you don't need that much movement, then tank controls is fine. But if you need to make tight corners, then alternate controls is best. So, Elder Crimson Head is coming up. Did I actually equip the grenade launcher? No, I didn't. Right. So 3 rounds should be enough. Hopefully, there is a bit of RNG involved. You might need a 4th, which would be bad, but won't be the end of the world if that happens.
I do want to take a quick moment to thank YoshiChief for the raid of the Party of 3. Thank you very much for bringing your wonderful community. You are watching Resident Evil HD Remaster on the Fastest First Spring Spectacular 2021, benefiting the Organization for Autism Research.
Good stuff, and that was a good fight. That was as perfect as I wanted it to be. So now we have, we've used all 4 death masks, and we got the stone and metal object, which is the thing we need to get out of Mansion 1. So far this run has been pretty good. There were a couple of grabs that I could have done without, but I had enough defense items, so it's all good here. So there's another dodge. Whoop! There we go.
Chris Berman
And
on me there with that whoop. Just not as high pitched.
So we actually usually pick up the first aid spray here because we're going to be encountering Lisa Trevor very soon. Lisa Trevor basically is a very tragic character who's been experimented on for years and years, and she is nigh invincible at this point. You can't damage her with conventional weaponry, and she also deals a heckload of damage to you. So that's why the first aid spray.
I'm glad that they added into this. It really gave the game a lot more depth.
Also, this puzzle I just did, basically always make sure the compass goes towards the southeast in the camera direction both times. Those were very clean, first rotation, so it was very good. That's Lisa. That is Lisa for you. So we have to go through this very creepy woods-like area. Again, a very good use of fixed camera, actually. They're at the sort of points where it kind of makes you feel a little bit chilly, a little bit terrified. So here is the cabin. We're going to be making another item bank in a moment as soon as we pick up the crank, which is here, the square crank.
This place really needs an interior decorator.
I know, right? So we put away the lighter and the armor key. We no longer need any of those. Oh no, Lisa. So dodging her so one thing I did forget to mention, this is running at 120 FPS. It's very important to have the game at 120 FPS because then your strategies change for different AI, including Lisa, to make it a little bit easier to dodge. The dodge is still pretty difficult, though, so we'll have to see. You basically want to move forward, then back to see if she swings. Or I could just run forward.
Hey! Let's go, boys!
Yeah. That was a very, very good dodge. Or you could just run forward. Yes, to answer your question, that was actually one of the very few unskippable cutscenes in the game. It does give you a bit of time to prepare for the dodge, though, which was good. So, because I didn't get hit, the first aid spray will be used a bit later when we're forced to take damage from plants and sharks later, so it'll work out in the end.
So that's just one first aid spray you don't have to pick up.
So many, I believe even the world record runners do pick that up, because it's essentially, if there's always a chance that either you'll get hit by Lisa, in which case you get put down to yellow caution straight away, or you will definitely get hit by sharks, which also deal quite a lot of damage, and then you'll have to be holding your hip, and therefore you would want to heal. So you have enough item space, and the item is in a position where you don't have to kneel down and pick it up, which costs some time. It's like right on the shelf.
Yeah, but what I was trying to say is you already have a first aid spray, and you didn't have to use it on Lisa, so you can use it.
Yeah. Exactly, exactly. So we use the square crank here. We're going to be keeping it with us for a little bit because we're going to need to use it again a little bit later. So guardhouse is next. That's where we get to see plants and spooders and Neptune the shark and Plant 42.
Are we going to get to pet any more dogs?
If by petting you mean trying to dodge them, then yes. I don't have to shoot any more dogs, thankfully, but we will have to encounter them. I know there's a good chance there might be people in the chat or watching who might be a little bit arachnophobic, so I will try and call out spiders because we are going to be coming up to one like very short. So the next room will have spiders. So if you're squeamish, look away now. So we're going to be moving.
Maybe we should have had spiders in the content warning. I don't know.
Possibly, but we'll have to make do with what we have here. We're going to pick up the red book, then go back the way we can. Oh, am I poisoned?
Uh-oh.
No. Okay. No. We're good. We're good.
Thank goodness.
So, you know what they say in every marathon? That's never happened before. Honestly, that's never happened. That has literally never happened to me before. That spider was an absolute, insert rude word here.
We can call him a donut.
Yeah.
I know that's very British slang.
Yeah. Okay, so he's a right donut, innit? But yeah, no, thankfully poison can happen with spiders, but it's not 100%. It's just random. So we pick up that key. Again, force damage, because normally in a casual playthrough you have to push a box to cover that hole, but that's slow, so we want to be fast. Plus the damage you take is very minuscule. So yeah, it's fine. I miss spiders in the new RE games. Me too. Me too. So we're going to pick up the control room key. Can you tell us what that spider was in Cockney rhyming slang? I don't even know. I don't actually know what that is in Cockney rhyming slang. Someone will have to tell me. So, another dodge. Good. So this trick is 120 FPS only. You go around and you can just push that bookcase without needing to push the left bookcase forward. Yeah, 120 FPS only. So this is a perfect time to read out donations, if any, because we're going to be pushing boxes for a full minute.
Well, unfortunately, I do not have any donations at this point, but I do want to point out that Team Fastest Furs is about more than just marathons and more than just speedrunning. It is a welcoming community of furries and the furry friendly, where you can make new friends and get to know people with similar interests. We host community events and showcases throughout the year and are always looking for ideas for new fun. To join our Discord, please use the command !Discord in the chat.
So I actually kind of have a similar sort of singing thing here. Same to what like Bokbasup usually does in his streams. I like to kind of say how awesome people are. So, Fastest Furs is awesome. Oasis is awesome.
Aww.
Charities are awesome. So one more box. Yeah. So yeah, we're just pushing a whole bunch of boxes.
Yep.
Yeah, I see the Bokba emotes in the chat now. Right. So, Oasis, I actually want to play a little game with you if you're up for it.
Oh, I am totally up for it.
Yeah, totally up for it. Okay. So, so I'm just going to do this segment. Basically, Neptune is now active. And you want to try and enter the inner ring. Sharks, please no. Oh, wow. They've not bitten me. Like, a lot of the times the sharks will bite you here, but wow, again.
That is amazing.
Not today. That is amazing. So, pick a number between 1, 2, or 3.
2.
2. So basically, there's an RNG segment here where if you're draining the water, you're supposed to hit one of the oil valves, and it's completely random between 1, 2, or 3. You're normally supposed to read. You're normally supposed to read a document in the table, but you know what? That's a bit slow. So we're just gonna YOLO it. So we're gonna go for 2. So you see that the door's supposed to close, but it's like, oh no, not enough oil. So is it 2? No. Try again.
There was a guess
1?
for 3.
No. Well, it looks like 3 is the correct one.
That guess was from Kinda Nerdy Housewife. Congratulations. You win a lifetime supply of air.
Exactly. Wow, that was actually really
breathing
bad luck.
is not overrated.
This is where I normally take my water break. Because again, that's another very small, unskippable cutscene there.
Well, I'll take this time to remind people that Fastest Furs Spring Spectacular is raising money for OAR, the Organization for Autism Research. Your donation will be put into immediate use to fund research, deliver resources, and support their major programs. Well, maybe they have programmers too, I don't know. Anyway, 83 cents of every dollar you contribute directly funds their programs, and all donations are fully tax deductible. For more information, please visit www.researchautism.org or use the command !charity in the chat like DVOXS just did now.
Right, just gonna need a tiny bit of silence for the next 5 seconds.
No problem.
There we go. That's it. So
nice.
this is the Neptune skip. Basically, rather than push the electricity box onto the shark killing him, you can just drop down You have to use tank controls for this one, otherwise you're gonna die. You basically hold up left as you drop down, and then straighten out as you head towards the key, and then you'll not get bit.
Nice.
Which is great. As long as you do it that way, you'll get it 100% of the time, but, you know. I did make a save point in this location in the very unlikely scenario that the shark was like, you know what, screw you. But thankfully not today. So we've gotten
the shark
the
is so
gallery
metal,
key.
though.
It is pretty metal, but it's slow. It's slow.
Yeah.
So we're gonna let this zombie attack us because this corridor is so narrow that it's gonna be really hard to dodge. So thankfully we've got quite a few defense items with us now. So insert your Nicolas Cage, not the bees memes here, because that's where we're gonna be seeing bees.
It's in my eyes! My eyes!
There you go. Oop. So there's actually RNG in a cutscene coming up, which is remarkable if you think about it, because like, why would you even do that? So we're going to be spraying in to kill the bees, and let's see, is it going to be fast or slow? Oh, come on. Oh, come on! Are you serious? That was the longest bee cutscene I've ever seen. You can actually have it go within like 3 seconds. Seriously, it's ridiculous. But there you go. That's RNG for you. Answer slow, indeed.
Yes. Some bees are just bee-termined.
Oh god, we're gonna be starting with those, aren't we? So, Twitch, don't look at this for the next couple of minutes, because we're gonna be showcasing some nude artwork.
Oh my!
Oh my, indeed. There you go. Have some nude artwork for a little bit. Right, Plant 42 is up. I actually should have equipped the grenade launcher now, but here we go. We're going to be using a thing called pump cancelling, which means when you fire a shot and then you let go of aim and move forward, you actually cancel out an animation.
Love animation cancel.
Wow, I got hit there. Hang on.
Is that it?
Okay, good. Okay, good. I was actually scared I was going to miss the cycle. But yeah. Pump. So I basically fire a shot, and then you let go of aim, you move forward, and then you can fire again pretty much straight away. That's what pump cancelling was. Unfortunately, on the second shot, I got hit by a tentacle, and I was like, that never happened to me before. That's 2 of those now. It's ridiculous. But there you go, I guess. I have got the helmet key. So this is the point where the slight differences between any percent and 100% will be made apparent, because you will not get access to Barry's Magnum in the 100% run because you don't kill Barry. So I'm going to be picking up as many grenade rounds as we can, because we need a whole lot of grenade rounds. Although, to be fair, Barry did send us some more acid rounds, so that will help, but I'm still going to just pick up as many as we can, because you never know these things. There are doggos. Doggos are now spawned here.
They can miss.
They can miss. So I picked up a blue herb for safety, because in this room right now, there are going to be snakes that are trying to bite you, and there's a very tight line you have to... Oh, bad luck. Did I get poisoned? Yes, I did. See, that's why. That's why. Yeah, you have to run a very specific line in order to avoid getting bitten there, and I've not quite got that down yet, so I've kind of been just picking up blue herbs just in case. I've done it a few times, but it's difficult. Doggos. Don't bite. Okay, good. So, oh, here we are. So I'm going to pick up this. I'm going to actually pick up all of these. Because there are going to be things that are... Exactly. So here's more grenade rounds. So that you have to pick up on 100%. And we're going to be seeing hunters. And hunters can very easily kill us. Which is why I made another save point here. So we go in here. Then we go to the next room and then wait. You wait until you hear... Go. Good. That was good. Okay.
Nice.
So you have to use the stair skating to basically mash your way up the stairs in order to avoid the second hunter jumping on. If they do catch you, you can use the grenade launcher to basically knock them down so that you can move forward, but ideally you don't want them to catch you at all because they can stun lock you to death. It's happened to me in a few runs and it really, really sucks. So in
By
this
the way,
room...
say hi to Sarth, because he's in chat.
Hey, Surf! How you doing? You alright? We're going to be seeing you a little bit later on. There's not an awful lot going on in this room, so is there anything you'd like to read out?
Well, I don't have any donations, but I do want to highlight the fact that we have a merch store. Use the command !merch in chat for a link to our Team Festus First store through Design by Humans. There, you can pick up shirts, hoodies, stickers, and more with the Spring Spectacular Marathon logo designed by the amazingly talented Tropical Step. All proceeds from Spring Spectacular merch will be donated to OAR on all sales through May 31st, so be sure to check it out now.
Hell yeah! So that book I just picked up off the floor is the first of one of the major key items we need for getting out of the mansion altogether. It is a book with the Eagle medallion. Oh yeah, Spooders, sorry. I should have mentioned that. So we're going to be trying to dodge this zombie. And that zombie was a sleeper.
Wow.
So, he's just going to be walking into the wall for a little bit. Another one! 2 sleepers! What the hell? What the hell, game?
Hey,
I mean,
I'm not complaining.
It benefited me.
Yeah, exactly.
It's benefited me, but still. Alright, come on. I want you to lunge. Thank you. Oh, okay, well.
He recovered really
did
quickly from that.
Yeah, double lunges can happen. It's again another RNG thing that zombies have, and that's why getting world record pace in this game can be pretty difficult, even if you execute very well. Oop, hi. So we're going to be picking up another bunch of acid rounds. I'm gonna use up one of my health items so I can make myself pretty healthy. Because do you remember Murder Hall? Do you remember how much we love Murder Hall?
I do.
How about we go through it again, but backwards?
Oh,
hell yeah! So that's 1. Remember, there's the Crimson Head in that. That's 2. That's unfortunate, but to be honest,
wow! He really sucker punched you.
Yeah. To be honest, I'll take that though. I'll take that over being stun locked, because you can actually get stun locked there if you're not careful.
Iki says backwards murder hall sounds like a weird Tony Hawk trick.
Right? Oh, actually, you know what? Gonna equip the acid rounds. So we're gonna be saying hi to Sarf right now, cause he's back. One, 2, 3. Again, you're going to be using pump cancelling to get a few acid rounds in his face earlier before he gets down to the ground. And then 1 more. And that's it.
F's in chat for Sarth, y'all. Sorry, Sarth, we had to do it.
We had to. So now
my head.
The reason why we had to do that was to pick up the second book, the Book of Wolf. Woo! So the next part, again, you don't normally do in the speedrun, but considering this is a marathon, I kind of want to do it just so that we are absolutely in the clear, because in the very later parts of the game, there are things that can very easily kill you. So I'm going to make a very tiny diversion. It'll only cost me about, 10, 15 seconds at the most. So we're going to be going through this door. Thankfully, no Murder Hall ever again. We're actually going to be going to the save room so that we can bank some items again. So... Oh, whoop. We're going to be exchanging out this, and then banking that, And you know what? I will bank the 2 books as well. Because we don't really need them until a little bit. Yeah, exactly. So now, so again, so this is another part of 100% that you have to do in order to get 100%. First, so normally, in any percent, you're supposed to only get just the red jewel and nothing else, but we're going to need both jewels this time. So there's the yellow jewel up there. Basically, you have to wait until the eagle basically faces the other way so that you can then grab the jewel that you need. Not the most optimal way I'm doing this, but this should still work. There we go. There we go. Now we use the yellow jewel to get one of the 3 MO discs that we need to rescue Chris. But before that, do we love hunters? Because there's some more hunters.
We love hunters. Except when they try to IK.
Exactly. You can actually tell when they're about to IK when they do a very specific scream, and then they make a little jump at you. Basically, don't be anywhere near them when that happens, or hit them with a weapon that stuns them, and that'll stop the attack as well. So there is the Modisc. Can't have a Resident Evil game without a Modisc.
Not an early Resident Evil game.
No. Well, you have a Modisc for quite a while, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So then, whoop! Oh wow! I almost ran into that zombie there. Whoops!
Almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
Exactly. So the last thing we need before we leave Mansion 2 is a jewelry box. The second of 3 jewelry boxes, which we're going to be using to put in the red gem later. So we have to go into this room. There's a room with a mirror. Hello, zombie. Nice to see you. Oh, he's about to turn around and grab, and whoop! You missed.
Nice. Good stuff. This is why alternate controls are so good.
Exactly. But yeah, no, in these runs, you do have to kind of learn to use both at once. It's not easy. It's one of those things which the only way you have to learn is just to practice. But it's kind of second nature to me now.
Good.
In fact, they've actually added a new rule recently on the speedrun leaderboards, which I didn't know about, which is why my PBs were rejected, sadly. But it's a good reason, actually. You basically have to show inputs when you're doing door skip, because there's a way to do door skip without basically needing to do anything, and that's kind of cheating. So that's why you need to show inputs. It's one of those things.
How does it show inputs anyway? Well, I mean, actually, that's getting off topic. We can talk about that later.
There's a way. There is a way. That's all I'll say. So I'm gonna picking up a blue herb again, purely for safety, because one more time we will have to be going against little snakes. This one I've never been able to dodge, but it is possible to dodge them. Again, you have to run a very specific line. So avoid that one. Avoid that one. Ah, damn it. But okay, we're fine. We are fine. So the way you can tell if you're poisoned, it's the same as if you're in red caution. You're holding your hands onto your hips. But in this case, we are good. So more doggos.
Are you gonna have to use an herb at all for Black Widow?
I hope not. Ideally, no. But it's possible you might need to in case you get hit. Ooh, very aggressive.
Bad dog. Bad dog.
Dogs are RNG in this as well. Sometimes they'll just stay down. Sometimes they'll attack you about 20 times. Just try and get out of their way.
Yeah, as for the old records and PBs, those are probably grandfathered.
Yeah, that is correct. I do have a record on 100% in the leaderboards that is there. They only literally introduced this rule like 3 weeks ago. So it's a case of after this certain date, any run that doesn't meet these specific requirements will be rejected. And I just wasn't paying attention. That's just excuse me. Excuse me.
Wow, you ran in front of him and he didn't attack you. Oh my god. Has that ever happened before?
No, that's 3. That's 3 of those. That's honestly amazing.
But at least
I'm
this is a
flabbergasted.
good that's never happened before.
Exactly, but he just wouldn't move out the way. So we're going to be saying hello to Enrico, because Enrico is very nice. He's going to gift us a hexagon crank. So hello, Enrico. Goodbye, Enrico. And there's going to be a hunter who's just going to scream for no reason. That allows us to escape.
Oh, he just wants you to know that he's there.
Exactly, exactly. So this next room is going to be scary at first, but as long as you just keep holding forward, like so. So that was the IK, but because the IK takes like a full second to charge up, then you'll always dodge it. So I don't really need the square crank anymore, so I'm going to be doing that. And here is where we get to do the red jewel puzzle, which is very annoying. Basically, you have to put in 5 pieces in an exact order. You do it pretty much like so. The last piece is always a bit of a fiddle to get in, but it should be hopefully very quick. That's 3, 4. Oh, I had it there. There we go. Got it. Took a little bit. But we're there.
Oh, good. It doesn't make
then
you have it exactly aligned.
Exactly. Most runners do it at that point because it saves time from a menu press. Because you have to then use the hexagon crank there as well at the same time. So I'm gonna
save the frames.
Pick up... Exactly. So I'm gonna pick up another herb. My headcanon is Chris got so scared of this boulder that he vowed one day he will go and fight that boulder, and as we all know, he did live out this dream a little bit later in life. So big spooder warning, because there's Black Tiger. Black Tiger will do 1 of 3 attacks, all of which are random. We're gonna hope that he charges towards us, and he does. Then you use the grenade launcher to get rid of the webbing. Whoa, okay. That's
oh my god. For those who don't know, there is another alternative to using the grenade launcher, and that involves using the knife.
Exactly.
Which
that is true.
There just so happens to be one in that room, if you don't have one.
Yeah, so that's the casual way of doing it. The knife is there basically if you put away your knife like most players would, and you need it to get out. But it's just faster to use grenade launcher rounds. This was going as I expected, but unfortunately the spider decided to charge again, which was very, very rude. But it's okay. It's okay.
Thank you to NLBT for the 100 bits.
Hey, NLBT. She happens to be a housemate of mine. So hello. So in this room, we push the statue 1, 2, 3, and 3.9 times, I like to say. Push it mostly away so that then you can use the crank to push the statue out.
I had actually
away from the wall.
How you actually get it away from the wall until you did that, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then you do this about 1.9 times again. Then you simply have to push it towards the center 2 times to get it the right way around. Hopefully, if you do it this way, then Jill herself won't get spun around, but we'll see. Nope, we're good. And then just push it out a little bit more. 1, 2, 3. Wow, we didn't get spun around once. Good, because yeah, if you go in there, you get spun around yourself, and that costs time.
Yeah.
Right, so we're good. We need this so that we can get this little cylinder thing. We're gonna need that a little bit later on. So unfortunately, I had to use one of my health items. I actually should have used my first aid spray rather than the blue-green combo, but I forgot I had a first aid spray in the first place. So I'm just gonna pick up this blue herb because there is a very small chance that Black Tiger is just gonna shoot acid at you right away when you leave this room. So let's see. No, she just charges instead. So that's good. We no longer need that blue herb because there's no more poisonous things for the rest of the game.
Yay!
Gonna be making another item bank. Don't need the crank anymore. I'll probably take the blue book back because might as well keep them there now.
Yeah.
Okay, so hunters, again, if you just go to the left and then keep going, then yeah, there's a chance they'll just do that and then you'll just escape. Hunters are very scary. Go in there, pick up the shaft. And the code here is always 4231. There we go. And then we get to say hello to Barry. Once again, Barry's going to be with us. Then there, skip a couple cutscenes. And we're going to be seeing Lisa again. So the thing in this room is that Lisa will always spawn whatever direction you go in first. So we go left, that means she'll spawn left. If you go right first, she'll spawn right first. So using that knowledge, we just get her to spawn away from us so that we can then go to our determined destination. We're going to be doing a couple of mindless things in the next few minutes, so if there are any donations you'd like to read out, now is a good time.
I actually got a very timely donation from Tualo, who gave $10 and said, getting tired of hearing Oasis. Hey, that's me! Say no donations right now. So let's fix that. Thank you very much, Tualo, for your generous $10 donation.
Hell yeah, that's what we like to hear.
I do want to remind people again that we have a couple of donation incentives and a bid war that is open. So please make sure that when you donate that you assign your donation to an incentive. I'm not saying that because Tualo forgot, because he didn't. But whenever you put in a donation, make sure you assign it to an incentive so that we can get those incentives met. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And unlike you, Barry decided, hey, I'm just gonna be a complete donut, as we like to say, and just try and leave Jill trapped down there. So that's bad. But we'll deal with that later. So more box pushing, because we love the box pushing. We want to push it until it reaches just about here. Then we can push it upwards where we can get a flamethrower that turns out to be broken, because of course it would be. The thing's about to crush it.
Capcom really had a thing in the early Resident Evils for box pushing.
Barry left Jill trapped down there. That's bad. That's a pretty big understatement, if I say so myself.
Barry left Jill trapped down there. That's bad. But he left her with a free Frogurt. That's good.
Oh man, I don't think I've had a Frogurt in, I don't know, whatever long period of. That sounds delicious. I want one now.
Same,
thanks.
Actually.
So I'm actually gonna. So there is a safety strat here, but I'm actually gonna go against that this time. I'm gonna go directly right where Lisa is, so that we can. Oh, you're not swinging. Why aren't you swinging, Lisa? Oh, okay. Oh, now you swing. Now you swing. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Thank you, Lisa. You're too kind. It's fine though. I had a first aid spray. That's why I decided to give that a try. Oop. And we're just gonna go and go inside the water where there's more snacks, but they won't touch you at all. So it's all good.
Amazing how you can run so fast in water that is almost up to your shoulders.
I know, right? So this set of stepladder actually leads you to...
Well, Mr.
back out
Jerky, you
here.
also have to remember she's fast upstairs too. So I mean, it makes sense.
Exactly. So there's Lisa's cabin. So you recognize that from earlier.
Yes.
That's how she's been able to get to her lair to and fro from that ladder. So coming up, we're going to the graveyard again, except the crows are going to be replaced with zombies, and we're going to be doing the hardest dodge in the entire game. It is so difficult. So listen to those strategies very carefully as I go enter through that door. Just hold up. That zombie will just do that every single time, and we got through, so there you go.
He claps.
So, we now have the silver ring, which is in that third jewelry box that we picked up. And we're going to need that. Now, don't forget to pick this back up. Now, there are so many runs where I've forgotten to pick that back up when I needed to, and that cost me time, and that's why I'm like, so determined to not let that happen. So we're going to use the Spencer key here. Turn on the light, and then pick up the metal object, which we need to use to combine. And stun gun thing, just cause. Just cause that's nice.
Enough. Can have enough.
Exactly.
Never have enough.
Right, so now, here is the major point. I mean, we've already basically building up 100% because of the grenade rounds, but like this is one of the major points where you can decide if Barry lives or dies, but because we are doing 100%, Barry lives, and that actually changes the strategy to Lisa, which we're going to be fighting quite a little bit. Because we're going to be relying not just on the RNG of Lisa herself with her attacks, but also on Barry on whether he shoots her or not, because sometimes he could be super aggressive, and other times he does absolutely nothing, which is bad. We don't want him to do absolutely nothing. So I have to kind of play to how both of them react and go from there. Do I need to pick anything up? No. Okay, good. So we're going to be fighting Lisa now. So the way to fight Lisa is to drop all 4 stones, which you'll be seeing in a second, so that then she just jumps off herself, as it were. Yes, exactly. Quote-unquote fighting. So please, Barry, be nice. Please, Lisa, be nice. So we're saying yes. Yes keeps him on. So the first thing you always do, push that stone on the bottom left. And then Lisa decides to jump over straight away. Okay. Use that. That's actually good. Keep her there. Keep her there. Keep her there. Keep her there. Don't push Barry off, though, please. That was fine. That was actually really good. Sometimes Lisa can trap you, so you have to, like, wait for her to do something. But in this case, Barry just kept her in place, which is fantastic.
Probably the best RNG you could have gotten.
Yeah. I'm just going to very quickly check that. Yeah, okay. I just wanted to check that Barry's still alive, because Lisa can actually knock Barry off the platform, even if you select yes. If you're extremely unlucky. It has happened once, so I just wanted to just double check that Barry was indeed alive. She is, which is fantastic. So we're going to be using the blue book with the wolf medal, because that's the one you need to use in this pedestal. I just noticed we have five stun guns, so we're good for defense.
Yes.
And then here we use the medal of eagle. And there is the laboratory, the final area of the video game.
Burb of the south, woof of the north.
Woof of the north, exactly. So because we've saved all of those precious acid rounds earlier, that actually makes me feel a lot more comfortable about finishing this run, because we're going to need to kill a bunch of folks now in order to make this a little bit more smoothly. I'll explain as we go. First of all, gonna just dodge those. We don't need to kill them. Ooh, that was close. And to be fact, I'd much rather not kill them because they can turn into Crimson Heads.
Right.
So here, this zombie right here, you have to kill no matter what. Good.
Now,
because
is there...
Wait.
Go
Go on.
ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say you need to kill that zombie in the room because of the fact that you need to bring a can of nitrous with you, and if that zombie attacks you, you die. You explode.
Now, I was going to ask, is there actually a way in this game to prevent a zombie from becoming a Crimson Head?
There are two ways. You can either make sure they get decapitated or leg capped, actually. The game doesn't tell you about leg caps, but you can do that. Basically, if you shoot off any of their legs, they won't come back. Or if that doesn't happen, you can pick up a fuel canister, which is in the first save room of the game, and use them to burn bodies. And then that makes sure the bodies disappear from the ground. So that's the way you do it casually. But with this one, as long as you do things fast, he won't be a Crimson Head. So time is definitely of the essence. So here we're going to be picking up the rest of the Mo discs. And then 8462. That is the password for this. And then we use that to pick up the power room key. We're going to need that for later. Oh, no, that's the map. I don't really want that, but sure.
Apparently shooting a
down.
zombie with a flame round has the same effect as well.
Yes. Actually, I forgot about that. That is absolutely true. I don't have any flame rounds yet, unfortunately, so we're going to have to deal with that. So this is another room which is just 100% only, because that's where one of the Modisc consoles are. Now, fun fact, in the original GameCube version, those were literally GameCubes. Because you can see there, they're very kind of GameCube shaped. But in this version, obviously, because it's not Nintendo, they kind of made them a bit more generic looking. But yeah, they were GameCubes back in the original version. It's pretty fun.
That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
Nice little Easter egg.
Yoshi, let's go. Hell yeah.
Cute little face.
Right, so there's another zombie here, which you don't have to kill, but I'm going to because again, just want to be super safe. That zombie won't come back as a Crimson Head because they didn't make a model for it. That's the only reason. Right.
Interesting.
I'm actually gonna let that Chimera grab me.
So that you could, yeah.
Yeah, indeed. Oop, I did miss a shot. I know it's not dead, though. It's not dead. I know that for sure. But I kind of need him to drop down to the floor, please. Thank you. Good. Because that Chimera can very easily kill your run. Entirely dead. if you don't let it live. So, if you do let it live, sorry. So yeah. Definitely want that dead. So now
people will notice you picked up the capsule, but you are still running. Yep. That's because you haven't filled it yet.
I haven't filled it yet, but I will. I sure will. So, flame grenades, we need that. This one... Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and, I have more than enough ammo at this point to do the rest of the run. So that's the second console. And now, this is the point, pretty much the last point where I'm kind of still sweating it a little bit. You won't read it in the Chinese text, but basically, running could cause you to explode. Now that's true. So you can actually run for about, I'd say 2 to 3 seconds continuously before you are at risk of exploding. But so in world record pace, you would run for about 4 and then walk for about 2 and then repeat that, etc., etc. But we're just gonna be a little bit more safer. We'll just take occasional runs but I'm going to be walking more than running, because if you either run too fast, or get attacked, or fire a weapon, you can die instantly. And we've not saved, so that would be bad.
You do have some backups, though.
Yeah. So I do have a backup save, like, from the Lisa section. But thankfully, as soon as I touch this, we are good. So I am now very happy that we can probably finish the rest of this run now. This is actually the last point where I'm like, sweating it, but we're good now. The rest of it is going to be easy clap. So, last point of the MO disc. So you can see the 3 green lights.
It actually still kind of looks like a GameCube.
Yeah, so the shape is, but I mean, if you look it up on
there definitely is a difference. But
like if you look it up on YouTube, Yeah, but if you look on YouTube or internet or things, you can see what they actually looked like in the GameCube version, and it's like, yeah, it's definitely a GameCube. So we turned on the power. We're gonna dodge these chimeras. They're actually really easy to dodge most of the time. It's just the reason why I wanted to kill that one was just because I was did not want to risk that chance. So we got the power on. And the elevator is a go. Barry should join us. There he is. And
that's what good
now
friends
we're
do.
going to... That's what good friends do, exactly. So we're going to be doing Tyrant 1, which in any percent would be the last boss, but not this time. So in this, you equip the flame rounds, and you use those to kill him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it. Then you wake Barry up and go to the console to get the heck out. And then you can't have a Resident Evil game without a self-destruct sequence.
In the original game, it was called the triggering system, and oh my god. The
triggering system to the bomb.
The localization for that game was so cringy.
Oh, I almost forgot. You're actually supposed to go in the save room, because there are more grenade rounds down here. You're going to need those.
Ooh, yes. And probably won't need that fast, because... Oh, never mind.
I just decided, what the hell. Might as well. I probably shouldn't have picked up that fast, but basically, in my runs, you basically need approximately 15 or so grenade rounds in order to get Brad to drop the rocket launcher in the last Tyrant fight, but it's always good to have a little bit of a surplus, just in case you miss, because you can easily miss.
Yes, like I mentioned earlier.
Indeed. So, I'm once again fulfilling what the people want, and there's Chris. So Chris is now rescued. There is a chance that Barry can actually still die in the last fight, so we just have to make sure that doesn't happen in order to fulfill the criteria.
I'm glad that the game didn't make you wait for Chris, because he got stuck down there.
Yeah. Yeah, he gets stuck down there if you stair skate and decide to be too fast. And that zombie's just going to walk into the wall. Great. Love it. Boulders will indeed be punched.
The prophecy will be fulfilled.
But yeah, Tyrant 2 is the last obstacle in the game. We just have to go to the fuse box, pick that up.
And then will time be on the rocket shot, or...?
No, time will be as soon as the cutscene for the rocket shot ends.
Okay.
So basically when the FMVs start playing, that's when time is.
Okay.
Because this game is counted on in-game time, and in-game time stops when the in-game ends, as it were. So, in order to first start this fight, you have to pick these up, and then
Yep, those are the signal rockets.
Get your weapon ready. So, to start, shoot once and then wait. Wait to see what he does. That's actually good that he's picked Barry up, because then he could just do this. Just spam, spam, spam. Oh, he's gonna do a run. Nice. You always want to dodge on his opposite side. Ooh. There, Brad's dropped the rocket launcher. Ooh, bad luck. Bad luck, but that's fine.
I really don't like that the game makes you wait for those animations. I hate that so much.
That was inevitably going to happen, but there you go, and boom! Time.
In real survival mode, he takes 2 shots, by the way. For those of you who don't know.
Actually, he can take 2 shots in normal as well. It's kind of random.
Oh, can he? Okay.
Yeah, he can. It's kind of random. GG. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That was
good
pretty
job.
Good.
Congratulations. You did well, Jill.
So, what's my... so we usually measure by IGT, but what is the RTA? What's my time
Your
for RTA?
RTA is 108.33.
You know what? I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah.
That's not...
Your
considering the
underestimate,
extra
that's all
stuff-
that matters.
Yeah. Considering the extra stuff I was doing as well, I'm
Yep.
happy with that.
Yep.
So,
the Jill
I guess...
sandwich cutscene, all that, yeah.
So I guess since we have a little bit of time, I guess, well, first I'm going to do a bunch of shout-outs. Thank you to Northern Bear 25, my partner in crime, who's been helping me do the whole streaming thing and encouraging me to do all this stuff. Without you, none of this would ever be possible. I love you very much. Also, thanks to my fellow speedrunning buddies, Lumetric, Super Sahama, and Taran Crimson, who I occasionally do races with. They're all great guys.
I love Lumi. He's a good bean.
Lumi is great. Thank you to the people in the Storytellers team as well, who I'm part of. They're also great. Definitely check them out. And if you want to check out more of my shenanigans, so I do speedruns with Resident Evil and Mario Party games, funnily enough. A weird combination, I know. I do those. I also do randomizers of Ocarina of Time and Link to the Past. Randomizers are a good thing of mine. I occasionally do games choices made by other people, as well as other generally weird games. So if you want to see more of my work, you can go follow me on YoshiChief. That would be super awesome. And thank you to you, Fastest Furs. Thank you to Oasis and everyone here who's accommodated me. This was the first marathon run I'd done. I know I've done a showcase to you guys before, but this is my first marathon, and I'm very happy that it went as well as it did. My IGT...
You did a fine job.
108.17. There you go. So that's
nice. So it wasn't even that far off of the RTA. Yeah, that's actually pretty awesome. Congratulations.
Woo!
You did well, Jill.
Thank you. So those were my shoutouts and plugging myself, as it were. So that's it from me. Thank you all again, and ta-ra! I'll hand it back to you, Oasis.
All right. Well, thank you very much, YoshiChief, and you did an awesome job. And stay tuned, everybody, because we have another wonderful run coming up soon. Multimiller will be running Half-Life 2 any percent, no void clip. So you're going to want to make sure you stay tuned for